Good morning, boys and girls. I noticed a lot of us haven't finished our Beaver Lodges ready reading workbook page yet. So I wanted to make a quick video in case you missed our lesson yesterday or in case you needed to rewatch to show you what to do. So your first step, you're going to press this microphone button and you're going to read the passage to yourself. So that way I can hear you read it. So I'm going to read it to you right now and I'm going to show you what you're going to do. So you'll click the microphone and start recording. Do you know the saying, busy as a beaver? People say this because beavers are always working. These crafty creatures spend a lot of time building their homes. Beaver homes are called lodges. Lodges are found along streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Beavers build these homes from branches and rocks. They use mud to hold them together. When they can, beavers build their homes into the banks along the water. Other times, they need to make a safe spot first. To do this, they build a dam from logs, branches, and mud. They get the logs by gnawing at trees until they fall down. A dam is like a wall that blocks water from flowing. It then forms a pond. And once the dam is built, beavers can get to the business of building their lodge. Beaver lodges are shaped like a dome. They're usually about 10 feet high and 20 feet across. Most lodges have at least one underwater opening. To get inside, the beavers must swim underwater. These secret openings keep out unwanted predators. Inside the beaver lodges are different rooms. There's an eating room and a nesting room. The floor of the lodge is built up out of the water. It is also made from rocks, branches, and mud. It is covered with plants and other soft materials. A family of beavers lives in a lodge. Two parents and two sets of their offspring often live together. And then you press the pause button. So you can see it only takes a couple of minutes to read this story out loud, but we're not quite done yet. Now I need to click page 2 and I need to fill in these answers. We did this yesterday during our lesson. Our first question was, what do beavers use to build their lodges? So I go back to my text and I look for where it says that. Beaver homes are called lodges. Lodges are found along streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Beavers build these homes, and I'm going to underline it or highlight it. Actually, I'll probably highlight it. It'll be a little bit easier for me to read it. Beavers build these homes from branches and rocks. They use mud to hold them together. There's my answer for number 1. So I go back here and I'm going to type in beavers build their lodges from rocks, mud, and branches. And then I'm going to make it small enough to fit right here into this box. And for key details this time, usually for key details, we would go back to the text and we would say, the text says this, but we already took our answer from the text. So instead, I just want you to tell me the paragraph you found it in. We're just going to make it really easy. And we found it in paragraph 2. And the same thing, I'm going to make it really small and put it in my key details box. I'm actually going to change this color here to red so that I can see my answers. Our next question, where do they build their lodges? So I go back to my story and I'm going to click my highlighter tool again. This time I'm going to use like an orange highlight. So where do they build them? Beaver homes are called lodges. Lodges are found along streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. There's my answer. Along streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Same thing, I'm going to make my box smaller and move it right into where it goes. And I also found that answer in paragraph 2. My last question, what are beaver lodges made of? And this was my mistake. I should have chosen a different question because it's very similar to the first one, but I can find this answer in a different paragraph. I'm going to look at paragraph 5. So again, I'm grabbing my highlighting tool. I'm going to use a different color so that I can see which question it goes with. Inside the beaver lodges are different rooms. There's an eating room and a nesting room. The floor of the lodge is built up out of the water. It is also made from rocks, branches, and mud and covered with plants and other soft materials. So I go back here branches, rocks, mud, plants, and other soft materials. Make it small enough to fit in the box. And I found that one in paragraph 5. Oops. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, and then I'm done. I have filled in all of my answers. I filled in my key details, and I can tell that I've read with the microphone because it's blinking. So now I'm going to press done and press OK. And I'm not done yet. Right now it's showing it as a draft. To make sure it's turned in all the way, I need to click this check mark. Then it will say uploading, and I'll see it in my journal. So if you need to rewatch this video or pause for your answers, go ahead and do that. But remember, this is a grade, boys and girls. So you get graded on if this is turned in correctly or not. So if you've only turned in one reading assignment this week, out of the 4 or 5 I've given you, right now you have a 1 in my class. If you've turned in 2, you've got a 2 for reading. I need to make sure that you're doing your best and that you're trying really hard to get these done. At least give it a shot. And if you're not sure about something, you can send me a message on Seesaw, or you can use the microphone tool to ask me a question on the assignment. Make sure this gets done today because assignments are being taken down tonight. So you only have a little bit of time to finish this up for your grade. I'll see you guys soon. Let me know if you have any questions.